Shouldn't.
Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, and today we're going to talk about pruning roses. It's January, you've cut off the water, you've stopped feeding the roses, so hopefully they've kind of gone into a dormant state like this rose bush here. This guy pretty much is done with its blooming, it doesn't have a lot of good growth, it is ready to be pruned. Now, in order to prune roses, you need a couple things. You want to have some nice heavy gloves because roses are sharp. You want to have a nice big bypass lopper if you're pruning a big hybrid tea rose like this guy. It's a perfect moment. And you also want to have your little bitty hand pruners for doing the fine detail work. But most rose pruning, you just need this. So let's get started, and hopefully my dog Ginger won't rip the gloves off my hand because she loves to chew on these garden gloves. So, to get started on a rose that's kind of nice and developed and big like this, you first just gotta whack all the top growth off. So you just start whacking just to get everything down. You wanna just whack everything that's about above a knee in height. So just start trimming away, get it down to the ground. Don't worry about doing the final cuts, we'll do all that later. But you're kind of getting rid of all this little growth that impedes your ability to see the canes. The canes are the big mechanisms of growth for these roses. They're the really big stems, and you want to trim everything above that so that you can clearly see what is left to be cut once you clear off the top growth. So clear that top growth off, and you can again do most of that with your big bypass loppers. Just keep whacking away, whacka. Occasionally, you gotta whack a rose next to it just to be able to see what you've done. All right, so we're almost done whacking all the top growth off of this rose so we can really get a good sense of the cane spacing in the rose bush. Almost done, whacking away, whacking. Just keep on whacking till you get all that little growth off of there. Okay. Now, it's important when you're doing this to have really nice sharp loppers, which is why I did that video earlier this week about pruning or sharpening your pruning loppers. So make sure you get some nice sharp loppers before you prune your roses. Okay. So, we've whacked all the top growth off. As you can see, we got about a dozen canes here, and they're bunched tightly together. Now, one of the ways to have a healthy rose bush in the spring and the summer is to get rid of some of that growth in the interior of the rose bush itself.